everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So it is Monday, so it's decorating day, so we're going to jump straight in. Now this week I'm going to be doing something a little bit well, not a little bit different, it's really not all that different at all, but I'm going to be combining a couple of different bits and pieces, which when you look at them on the surface don't really look like they're going to work together, but they're going to. So this is round one of the AFL season. Anyone that remembers back to the end of last year knows that I'm a pretty big AFL fan, just a teeny weeny little bit. So just for the next couple of weeks, until I find a better way, what I've basically done is I've gone into one of my old notepads, and this one just happens to be the mountains one, and I've cut it in half, and I'm just going to have that pinched on the side in some way, shape or form, either just with a paper clip or with a peg or something, but it's not kind of going to be part of the decoration, it's going to be in addition to. Some of the weeks I might put an envelope somewhere and do that, but I don't know how I'm going to do that because it needs to sit on this side, and therefore the envelope would nicely sit on Sunday, which can't do because I actually have crap on Sunday, so it doesn't work. So it needs to be able to be lifted up. So we'll work on that through the course of this and see how we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab some washi tape. This is just washi tape from Harvey Norman, of all places. They have some really great washi tape in there, and I think it's only $3 a roll. Don't get too many, they're really, really nice. But this is kind of like a pale blue chevron, so I'm basically just going to run that down the side. I'm going to run it down the side, and I'm going to run it across the top. We've done a lot of sides lately. We may do it across the top. No, the chevrons go up and down, so I'm going to run it up and down. So I'm just going to grab my scissors. Oops. Oh no, I've ruined the washi tape. And you never want to waste it, so you just got to try and fix it. We'll see if that works. I'll just put that right down the bottom. So I'm putting it as close to the edge as I can. No, don't like it. Good thing about washi tape is it generally comes up, but this one's actually a bit stickier. Just the top was. That's alright. Oh, wastage of washi tape. Not a very good thing. Let's try that again, shall we? Try and have it on this side so I can see the line a bit better. So I'm going to leave just a teensy tiny little bit. There we go. That's better. And just trim that off. Oops. My little cap from last week's fallen out. And I'll just do the same thing on the other side. There we go, I've gone ahead and punched all the holes out. I've also just taken the cap out of the Vanskap last week's, basically, because it just keeps falling out. So we'll put him back in a minute. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to jump. I'm not going to jump, I'm going to go back. This one is out of the Vanskap Inspiration kit, and this is out of the old Inspiration, I think, planner kit. So I'm going to use both, and that sounds silly because you guys know I don't usually use two, but I am going to use two this week. Just the colours are very, very close. Like, I know they're slightly different, but I really like that combination of two slightly different teals. And someone on Facebook, and I will link it down, no I won't. I can't link it down below because that doesn't make any sense. But someone on Facebook, and I don't remember who you were, and I'm really sorry, suggested that I just use washi tape to stick these in so I don't waste. Now the problem that I have with that is that I then can't lift them up. Like I can. So what I'm going to do with this one, is the top one, I'm actually going to do exactly that. I'm going to run some washi tape along the top to stick that down. And I might run some along the bottom to stick this side down as well. But I'm only going to do a half. So you'll see what I mean in a sec. But it's basically so it can still be lifted up, because it needs to still be able to be lifted. So I'm just grabbing the amount of washi tape that's sort of going to cover this one. I'm just going to cut it in half if I can get it to stop rolling. There you go. So it's not perfect, it's not straight, but it'll be fine. So I'm just going to use that. I'm just going to see what it looks like before I get too excited. So I'll stick that one there so it can be lifted up. And I'll trim this one off so it's not quite so big. Stop it. Just having a bad washi tape day. It does not want to do what I want it to do. Not too far. A good tradesman always never blames his tools, but unfortunately I'm going to do that today. There we go. So again, not perfect in any way, shape or form, but I like that. I can flip it down if I need to, but it's still in place, so I don't have to worry about that. So I will find out who that was and I'll thank you in a minute for your brilliant suggestion. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going into the Aldi sticker book. Now I did a walkthrough of this a while ago and you guys will know I haven't used it yet, which is ridiculous. So I'm going to grab some stuff out of here, and this has kind of got a teal, blue, pink kind of way to it, the same way that the Vanskap range does. So I am going to use a couple of, I'm going to bring a little bit of pink into this. I think it's a little too teal, so I'm going to grab that one with the lightning bolt. So I'm just going to put these sort of in different places just for purely decorations purposes, absolutely nothing more than that. That one in particular, I'm okay for it to take over that part. Like next Wednesday isn't as busy as normal Wednesdays. Thursday's a bit different, I need to have something there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub that out. My little note that I've got there. Now I'm actually going to stick this one down, but I am going to leave the washi tape on the bottom so it kind of matches itself, or matches up. So I'm just going to put just underneath. I feel like that needs another sticker over there. Put that there for now. So next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to go in and write all these little things down that I have on here. So I'm just going to go ahead and rub them out, and then I'm going to write them back in again. Okay, so you guys would have seen when I was rubbing that out, I've actually torn the top here and really badly creased it. So I'm just going to put another thing of washi tape down. Probably not a bad thing considering it really wasn't straight, like badly not straight. So I'm not that upset about it, but I'm more annoyed that it's creased my paper. The only downside with the Kikki.K inserts, actually there's two downsides with the Kikki.K inserts, and it's sort of a reason why I've been thinking lately I might have a go at designing my own. I have not decided if I'm going to, and I will let you know if I do. The two things I don't like, number one, I don't like the thickness of the paper. And the second thing I don't like is I don't like that Saturday and Sunday are given half the amount of stuff, because I have half the amount of room. Because for me, Saturday and Sunday is actually the busiest couple of days of the week. So it kind of annoys me that the 2 days that I really should be putting more stuff on actually are the days that have least room. So there's a bit of it. I'm thinking of maybe designing my own, but I haven't got that far yet, so I'll let you know if I do decide to. So I've just fixed that up. So I'm going to put the other stickers as in my little note stickers, you know what I mean, my task stickers. Keep moving things and then I can't remember what I did with them. Let's make up Washi. I know I did a bunch of netballs. There they are. I'm also just going to keep that star out. I might use that. I was going to go ahead and put my netballs where they need to be. And the other thing I'm just going to do is I made some stickers up, or some cutouts up. You guys would know the last couple of weeks I've been trying to work out how I was going to put my casual shifts on here, as in how I was going to signify where they were and that sort of stuff. So what I've done is I've actually made little cutouts of the logo, and I'm just going to give this a shot for a couple of weeks and see how I like it. And the reason that I'm doing this rather than just writing it in is because I need to sort of, again, this is another reason about Saturdays, it just doesn't quite fit. I don't like the way that Saturday doesn't quite work, so I just need to put in here. I'm just going to go ahead and write all the things that I need to write in, and then I'll be right back. Grabbing this sticker. This is just an old sticker that came from the, where did it come from? Came from one of the calendar kits that Kikki.K did. Just putting a little bit more pink into this just to try and even it out. Just trying to think if there's anything else I need to put in there. I know that's really basic and really sparse this week. The other thing that I have been doing, if you guys watch my Wellness Wednesdays, you'll know this. I started going to the gym. I'm trying to decide if I want to put what I'm doing at the gym every day in here as well, because I am covering it in my wellness planner. So it kind of seems like I'm doubling up. But for the purpose of actually knowing what I'm doing with my day, I think it's important that it goes in here too. So what I'm going to do really quick is go ahead and put in all the gym things that I'm going to do, and I'll be back in just a sec. not putting anything at all on Good Friday because I know the gym is going to be closed, so none of my classes are going to happen. So I won't worry about that. And I also don't know yet what time this is nor if it's actually going to happen. So I'm not getting too worried about any of that sort of stuff. I can add that in later. I'm just looking at this going, what's still missing? Just so I know what's happening. I think that's all I need to put in there, but it's still, I'm missing something and I don't know what. So I'm just gonna have a look in here. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I know that is really, really simple, and I know usually I do something a bit more elaborate, but I think just this week that's enough. Now that's also going to have this stuck on it, which I'm going to put underneath. And I'm just going to stick it down, or not even stick it down, but I'm just going to secure it with a paper clip. So this is just one of the Kikki.K round paper clips. So I'm just going to put that on there, if I can get it to go on. I'll just hold that in place so I can see when all the games are on, because there will be some that I will watch, there will be some that I won't watch, but I need to know when they all are. So there we go, that is my, oh, I'll put that one in the bin. So that is next week in my planner, kind of using a bit of the Vanskap, a bit of the Teal, and the Aldi sticker book finally. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Is it too simple? Is it not simple enough? Could I be even more simple with it? Let me know what you think. I really appreciate your opinions. Otherwise, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe so you don't miss next week's. Check out my Instagram. If you have Instagram, I'll put the link down below for you. And otherwise, I will talk to you again really, really soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.